3 years ago, a series of 911 calls led police to the Virginia home of Christine and Brendan Banfield.
Caller saying he shot someone. There's a 34-year-old female that got stabbed by someone, and then he shot him.
Police say they found Christine Banfield suffering from stab wounds and another victim near her, dead from multiple gunshot wounds. That man, later identified as Joseph Ryan.
Who is the shooter? Who shot who?
Brendan and the family's Brazilian au pair, Juliana Perez Magalhães, initially told police they came home and found Ryan, who they described as an intruder, attacking Christine, and that they shot him in self-defense.
He started stabbing her. I think Brendan shot him, and he asked me help to shot him too.
But prosecutors and police say a home invasion never happened.
I suspected, I had a feeling that there was a lot more to what met the eye that morning.
Police arrested Magalhães, who months later changed her story, according to prosecutors.
Somebody that sounded like violent.
In a video statement obtained by NBC News, Magalhães told investigators as a part of a plea deal that the home intruder story was an elaborate ruse. All part of a double murder plot orchestrated by Brendan Banfield, one he pressured her to be a part of so they could be together.
He explained that he was thinking about finding a way to just get rid of her out of the picture.
According to Magalhães' statement, Brendan created a fake account on a fetish website, pretending to be his wife Christine, and started chatting with Ryan, telling him to come to the house and act out a violent sexual fantasy. Brendan Banfield, now charged with 4 counts of aggravated murder, has pled not guilty. As his trial gets underway, his defense is expected to challenge the prosecution's catfishing theory and present evidence that Christine created the account on that fetish website. But prosecutors maintain Christine Banfield and Joseph Ryan are the victims. Their star witness, the au pair, once trusted to care for the Banfield's young daughter. And Brendan Banfield has been held without bond since his arrest. If convicted, he could spend the rest of his life behind bars. As for Magalhães, the au pair, she pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter as part of a plea agreement with prosecutors, expected now to recommend she be released for time served for her cooperation. Back to you guys.
All right, Ellison, thank you.
Let's bring in NBC News legal analyst Danny Cevallos. Danny, this is, as Ellison pointed out, this has got a lot of layers here. It's a little messy, very complicated. You've got this husband who's accused of conspiring with the au pair to kill the wife and a stranger, and then they flip the au pair. The au pair is cooperating now. So does this make it a slam dunk for the prosecution or no?
Not necessarily a slam dunk, but the defense doesn't really have a lot of options. They may have to simply double down on the original theory that the wife, the victim, contacted this other gentleman on the S&M website, and that he came over and that they interrupted some kind of act of violence. But it still doesn't explain all of their other strange behavior. And probably the worst evidence against the husband is evidence that really doesn't go to the murder itself. It goes to the fact that only months later, the au pair had moved into the main bedroom with the husband. Oh. And while that doesn't actually go to the night of the murder, there's a lot of motive evidence here that does not look good for the husband.
Okay, so then put on your defense attorney hat, which you do well. What is your best strategy? How do you fight this?
Here it is. It's the old tunnel vision argument, because apparently, reportedly, there is evidence that some of the technicians on the law enforcement side believe that maybe the wife had set up those accounts. So you focus on that for the defense. You say the prosecution got tunnel vision. They zeroed in on the husband when, in fact, there were people in the police department themselves who believed that the wife may have set up these accounts and may have set up this meeting with the man who came to the house that was shot and killed.
It seems like the au pair got a pretty sweet deal, by the way. No?
It's an unbelievable deal. Consider this. She's essentially admitted to planning and being involved in a murder execution of 2 innocent people. At least that's what she's essentially admitting to. And she's going to end up with time served if she cooperates. But look, this is what law enforcement do. They go to people, if they have a target that they want, they go to someone like the au pair, they offer a deal, and they get that cooperation, which is essential. And that cooperation in this case will be essential to a conviction.
Certainly helpful here. Danny, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.